Good afternoon, my friends. So today I'm on this leafy street of Didouche Mourad. Didouche Mourad.
Yeah, Didouche Mourad.
Yes, and it's here in Ain Benian, in the middle of Ain Benian.
Yeah.
And in the central part of this little town, which is one of the westernmost neighborhoods of Algiers, suburbs of Algiers. And it's such a beautiful and leafy street, maybe the most beautiful street here. In this town. And now we are going to drive to Central Algiers.
To Central Algiers, yeah,
yes,
from Ain Benian to Central Algiers.
Via the forest, the Bainum Forest, the beautiful Bainum Forest. I remember that I once filmed a video like this last year, but it didn't work. Yes, it was ruined by the vibrations, because my car back then, I didn't have a good phone, dashboard holder. Yes, a dashboard holder for my phone. Therefore, it shook a lot. That dashboard holder shook a lot, and the phone camera shook a lot. And that's why the video was ruined. But this time we are going to film a much better video with this much better phone holder, dashboard phone holder.
So today is the second day of Eid al-Fitr al-Mubarak.
Yes, Eid al-Fitr, or the Eid festival.
Yeah, that's what they call it, the Eid festival. Yeah, that's what they call it in Arabic, Eid al-Fitr.
Exactly. So it marks the end of the month of Ramadan, of the holy month of Ramadan. We are in
the month of Ramadan,
on May the 3rd,
2022. Yeah, which is the month where the Islam was made.
Exactly.
The Quran.
The Quran, the holy book of Islam, was revealed. Yes. Thank you. Now we have just driven across National Highway 11.
National Highway 11.
This is the highway that links Ain Benian to Algiers, to Central Algiers.
11, that's right.
And it's in fact much longer than that. It links the area of Bouzareah to, I think, to Tunis, to the town of Tunis in in Chlef. So it's a very long coastal road here in northeastern. In fact, in northwestern Algiers. It links the western part or the central coast of Algiers. The central northern coast of Algiers to the western coast of Algeria.
So we're in 2022,
May the 3rd. It's May the 3rd, 2022.
Yeah,
yes.
2022. So it's
a beautiful spring afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
spring,
a beautiful spring late afternoon.
And as you can see, yeah.
No, I bet it's not early afternoon.
Now we are leaving the central part of Ain Benian, and we are driving. We are on the road that links Ain Benian to Shraga. These areas here are still undeveloped. They look like a rural area.
So introduce us. What do they do exactly in this Eid festival?
Well, people go visit relatives.
Yeah.
People go visit relatives, and kids go to play on the street. And there is a beautiful residence here, known as the Panorama Residence. It overlooks the sea. So, as I said, the kids go out to buy
toys.
To buy toys, yes, and they are well dressed. So they dress up for the Eid festival. And grown-ups go to the mosque in order to pray the Eid prayer.
Eid prayer. Oh, it
Exactly.
has a prayer of Islam.
Yes, and there are two Eids in Islam.
Two Eids. Eid al-Adha wa Eid al-Fitr.
Yes,
I know them.
Eid al-Fitr is...
Eid al-Fitr is after Ramadan.
It's after Ramadan. Yes, it marks the end of Ramadan.
The end of Ramadan, yes.
And the Eid al-Adha is the Eid of the sacrifice, or the sacrifice.
When you kill a sheep.
Exactly, when you slaughter a sheep, or you sacrifice a sheep.
Yeah.
Or a goat, or a bull,
or a cow, or anything, any farm
ruminant
animal.
Yes,
yeah,
any ruminant.
That has any ruminant. Yeah, of the family of sheep and cows and bulls and
and goats.
Goats, yeah.
Exactly. So these buildings on the left. In fact, this area of Ain Benian is known as La Forêt, or the forest, because it's not very far from the Bainum Forest, and those buildings on the left are, I think, part of the ADL housing program.
So the Ramadan is the month of fasting, and after Ramadan there there are 6 days, 6 more days to fast, and it's called the Sabri.
Muslims, yes. So
right,
there is.
So you don't really have to fast them, but if you want, fast,
Some observe. Yes, it's not mandatory.
it's not mandatory to fast.
While it's
yeah.
mandatory for Muslims to fast for Ramadan, it's not mandatory to fast the 6 days of
6 days of
Shawwal. Yes, the the lunar month of Shawwal. Ramadan is the ninth month of the Muslim lunar calendar, and Shawwal is the 10th month. So Ramadan is followed by Shawwal, and some observant Muslims volunteer to fast 6 days of Shawwal, and those 6 days are left to the worshippers, or to the Muslims' choice. To the person's choice. You are free to choose just any 6 days of Shawwal to fast, except for the first day of the Eid, because the Eid festival is already the first day of Shawwal. So Muslims should not fast on the first day of Eid. The Eid is in fact 3 days.
It's 2 days.
It's 3 days.
3 days?
Yes, in religion it's 3 days, but the authorities, our national authorities, only recognize 2 days as a national holiday. Okay,
All right.
we don't work during the Eid festival. We don't work, and kids don't go to school.
Yeah, kids don't
Yes,
go to school during the Eid festival.
You didn't go to school
I didn't
yesterday,
go to
did you?
school yesterday,
Yes.
and today too.
Yes, neither have you gone today. That's
Yeah.
it. So now we have arrived at Crossroads here, a very important crossroads. If you want to go back to Ain Benian, you take the right. If you want to drive on to Shiraga, you drive straight ahead. And if you want to go to the forest, to the Bainum Forest, you take the left here. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. We are going to take the left in order to go to Algiers, or to Central Algiers via
Crossing to Shiraga.
yes, via the Bainum Forest. Yes, exactly. So watch out for speed bumps.
Yes.
They are unmarked here. Normally they should be marked with white paint, but they are not marked. The paint very quickly erases, very quickly fades away.
Very easily and quickly erases that white paint.
It
They
very
have to
quickly,
put,
yes, fades away.
Strong white paint that doesn't erase quickly and easily, to make sure that you can see the speed bumps.
Speak up if
well.
you want the viewers to hear you.
What?
You need to speak up.
The paint that was used in those speed bumps was weak.
It wasn't of good quality.
It erases fast and easily.
It
it
fades away fast.
fades
Yes.
away fast, so it isn't a good quality. They have to put a good, strong quality that lasts for a long time. It doesn't erase fastly, and
They need to use paint of much better quality. Yes.
So the drivers can see those speed bumps and watch out to them, or he could fall into an accident.
Bump into them, and this could damage your car's suspension. And now we're driving on this beautiful road in the middle of these farms, and I see vineyards around me here. And now this is like a portal that will lead you straight to the Bainum Forest. And the Bainum Forest is Algiers' largest forest, and it's also a protected
Two
area.
horses.
There are 2 horses here, yes.
Yeah, they're
And I
riding
think that they are using them in that recreational area.
I like horses. They're so beautiful and big and huge.
There are 2 other horses ahead of us over there.
Yeah, 2 other horses ahead of us. So one day I rode. I was riding a horse when I was young. One day I like that.
Yeah, you rode a horse, yes.
Yeah, I rode
There
a
are 3 horses here.
3 horses.
And now this is the portal to, or the gate to the forest. And it's a protected area, completely fenced off.
Why is it?
In order to protect it from people that would illegally log wood here. They don't want people to cut down trees here. They don't want people to pollute the area. They don't want people to build houses here, especially illegal houses. And of course, no one is allowed to live here.
Yeah.
No one. This is a protected area. Algiers, one of Algiers' large forests. In fact, it is Algiers' largest forest, and it goes all the way to the area of Bouzareah. And in fact, that's what we are going to do. We are going to drive through this forest or across this forest to Bouzareah, to the area of Bouzareah. And from there on, we will go to Central Algiers. We'll drive to Central Algiers. This section of the road here is a little bit narrow, so this is the area where you need to be extra careful. So now there is an intersection here. If you want to go to the seashore, you've got to drive straight on. If you want to go to Bouzareah, you drive right. All right, guys. So now, if you drive straight on, you will go to a town known as Hammamet. It's a coastal town east of Ain Benian, but we have taken the right turn in order to go to Bouzareah.
What does coastal mean?
Coastal means it's on the seashore. It's on the sea. The coast is the very place where land meets the sea, where you can find beaches and ports and harbors. Okay, so now we are approaching the recreational areas of Bainum Forest. So there are some recreational areas here where people can park their cars and go picnicking, and there are also some playgrounds. People come here to jog, and other people come here to bike, and others come here to just enjoy some fresh air. And you can find trees of various species here, mainly pine trees, but also eucalyptus trees and olive trees. The road is narrow here, and you've got to be very careful. So just look at this. People are crossing the road. Therefore, there are balconies here on the left, from where you can see the sea. And there are picnic tables here on the left. Just look at how beautiful these palm trees, these tall palm trees are. And people used to come here even during the lockdown period of the, the COVID-19 lockdown period. Although it wasn't really safe, you shouldn't really. During that time. So this is the area where there are the horses are
located.
Yes, are used.
Are used, yeah.
Yes, people ride them here for I think 100 dinars or 200 dinars. I don't know. And we came to picnic here on a couple of occasions. And now I can see the buildings, the first buildings of Bouzareah over there. And the road that leads to Hammamet, that other road that leads to Hammamet, is, will lead you through a part of this forest from where you can see the sea. Although the road in that part of Bainum is even narrower than this one. So this car has just come out of that road, and someday I will film you a video about that road as well. And now we have just left the area, the protected area of the Bainum Forest, and we are going to join a road known as the Vinimizus Road, and it's a road that links the neighborhoods of Vinimizus and Shraga to Bouzareah. So Vinimizus and Shraga are on the right, and Bouzareah is on the left. And we are in one of the highest areas here in Algiers. I guess that I've got to overtake this car. I don't see any obstacle. Easy peasy. And now these tall trees here on the left, these tall pine trees here on the left, are here to welcome people, visitors, to the forest, to the Bainum Forest. So Vinimizus is behind us, and Bouzareah is ahead of us. And there is a banking institute here on the right. It's very famous here in Algiers. Some of Algeria's best bankers study here at this institute. So this is the Bainum Road. It's known as the Bainum Road, and it links Bouzareah to Vinimizus and Shraga. It's long and winding, but it's also very pleasant to drive on when there is no traffic. Of course, these areas here don't have much traffic because they are essentially residential areas. Only people who live in these areas, although they are vast, you know, there are many neighborhoods around here, many residential neighborhoods, many houses, and even new apartment complexes. But mainly only people who reside here that visit these places. Now my battery is dying, and I've got to plug my phone to the power bank. Could you please get me that power bank from the backpack?
It's in the smallest zipper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So I have a backpack here where I carry everything I need. This is the cable. Thank you. And there is a small bag inside my backpack. Check in the small bag.
Alright.
Like a tool bag. It's like a small tool bag. That's where I keep my power bank. I need to stay focused while I'm doing all this. The smallest zipper, yes, in the smallest compartment of that tool bag.
Alright. Actually, it's in the middle compartment. It's in the middle zipper.
In the middle compartment,
yeah,
yes.
The second one. Here you go.
All right, thank you.
It looks like a phone, but it's a power bank.
Yes.
It's right.
And now I've got to find a way. Maybe I will stop the car in order to place it, because I've got to be careful when I'm doing all this. the road is getting narrower here, and now, yeah, traffic jam. Cool. This traffic jam has come in handy for me, because now I can seize the opportunity to plug my phone to the power bank, and now my phone has energy. Thank God. Yeah.
Overtake this car.
And I don't really think. No. We can't overtake these cars because this is a traffic jam, and there is oncoming traffic on the other. I mean, coming from going the opposite direction.
Oh, damn it! I hate traffic jams.
Yeah, but don't worry. Today is a holiday. This is the second day of the Eid festival, and we are approaching the central part of Bouzareah. Therefore, yes, this traffic jam isn't going to last for a long time.
Actually, it didn't. You're right.
Yeah, it's going to ease.
Yeah.
And Bouzareah is one of the highest areas of Algiers. In fact, it is the highest area, and it's some. I mean, at its highest point, it reaches 700 meters above sea level. It even snows here when it's just raining or it's just cold in the rest of Algiers. I guess that that white car ahead of us has stalled. And in fact, they have fixed this area after 2 or 3 years of neglect. They undertook some works here on this road, on this section of the road, very section of the road, where they placed huge ducts, and then when they fixed it, when they backfilled it, they didn't do a good job. The road was super bumpy, but now the road is much better. They have repaved it, and I enjoy driving it now. And this is the central part of Bouzareah. In fact, we are entering it. We're approaching it. That driver wants to turn right. Okay, so it seems that no, there is oncoming traffic from the right, therefore he can't turn right. Therefore we have the right of way. And now let's go. Ali Amamri. So this road here, or this street, is called Ali Amamri. There is a radio and television transmission center here on the left, because it's the highest point of Algiers. I mean, in Algiers here, Bouzareah. They have antennae that transmit radio and television signals to practically all of the Mitija area. Yes, Ali Lamamri Street. And now we are going to reach the central roundabout of Bouzareah. Many people go to visit their relatives on the Eid festival, especially in the afternoon, you know. And you have got 2 days to do that. I mean, two days that are a paid holiday, an officially paid holiday here in Algeria. Now The University of Bouzareah is on the right, if you want to go there. Together with the teachers' graduate school. And once we reach the roundabout, I'm going to explain you where each road leads there. It's such a boring thing when you are stuck in traffic like this. I'm going to skip a few minutes of filming.
It's pretty boring and frustrating getting stuck in traffic.
No, this one is nothing compared to
the
traffic jams. Yes, the traffic jams that you would experience on a weekday, you know, on a regular weekday.
Yeah, really big traffic jams are really frustrating, especially when you're really
in a hurry.
Yeah, when you're in a hurry. Yeah, especially really big traffic jams are really frustrating, especially when you are in a hurry.
Yes, and now I can see the central mosque of Bouzareah. It's over there. It's the largest mosque in this neighborhood, I think. And this is where the area where the fountain and the central square are located, together with the city hall. If you take the road on the left, you are going to go to Oued via Sidi Ben Nour, via an area known as Sidi Ben Nour. If you take the right road, you are going to go to the University of Bouzareah and Vinimizus too. The road on the right will also lead you to Vinimizus, and if you drive straight on, you will go to Central Algiers. Now, this has taken a very long time. That's why I'm going to skip a few more minutes of filming. Alright guys, so now we are approaching the square, the central square and the roundabout of Bouzareah. There are some toy stalls here on the left, where some people are selling some toys for kids. You can see the balloons and all those things. And this is something that you would see during the Eid festival. Alright, so now if you take the right, you will go to the University of Bouzareah. If you take the left, you will go to Oued via Sidi Ben Nour, the Sidi Ben Nour Street, road. That's also known as the road of the observatory. So you will be driving by the Algerian Geological and Astronomical Observatory. I've already filmed a video on how to drive there. And then, now, some drivers are so rude, because we have the right of way at the roundabout. Alright, so now we are driving straight on in order to join the Vinimizus Road. And the Vinimizus Road is the road that links Bouzareah, or the central part of Bouzareah, to Frévalon, the Frévalon connecting road that leads to Chevalet and also to Oued. This area here is so narrow, and there are, I mean, it's densely populated. This very area here is densely populated. It's so narrow, and there is a concentration of trades here, of businesses here, of shops and garages and everything. There is an intense activity here in this area. That's why some cars are double parked, and that's what worsens the situation even more. And now we've got the sun in front of us, and it's not really good because my phone could overheat. I hope that the sun gets behind us. Now all you've got to do is to follow this road, drive down this road, drive along this road until you reach the Carmel Bridge. but you've also got to be careful because this is a densely populated area. It's a residential area where kids might cross the road, elderly people might cross the road, and it's not safe to accelerate. It's not safe to speed up. The good thing about this area is that it also has a lot of trees, countless trees, and it's so green, especially now in spring. Zidan al-Maghfi. The Zidan al-Maghfi High School is on the right. There are these huge eucalyptus trees here, and this area is serviced by public buses that set off from Martyrs Memorial and I think Oued too. Sorry, not Martyrs Memorial, it's Martyrs Square, Place des Martyrs, Martyrs Square, near the Kasbah. So this area is serviced by those buses. If you are in the city center, then you've got to go as far as Martyrs Square in order to catch the bus to Bouzareah. There is a beautiful mosque here known as Al Huda Mosque, or the Mosque of Guidance. Al Huda is Arabic for guidance. And mosques here in Algiers are usually given beautiful names that are related to religion and to religious figures, to Islamic figures. Beautiful eucalyptus trees here. They must be many decades old, perhaps even 100 years old. Just look at this one here on the right and those on the left. Just look at how wide their trunks are. The bad thing is that you can't overtake here. It's extremely difficult to overtake a car here unless the road is totally empty. There's always oncoming traffic on the other side, on the other lane. All right, go ahead. This is the Baroness area of Bouzareah. There is a beautiful view of Algiers from here on the left, but it's an undeveloped area. It's an undeveloped place. Now we are approaching the Carmel Bridge area. Sometimes there is traffic even there. such a long road, the Bouzareah Road. Be careful not to speed up too much. There is another beautiful view from here, but there is hardly a place where you could stand here on the left. Okay, I'm glad that this car is pulling over, so that we run at a more optimal speed. The road surface is a little bit bumpy here. Now, my friends, we have reached the Carmel Bridge. If you want to go to Chevalier, you take the right. If you want to go to Oued, you take the left. Not here. Once you cross the bridge and then take the left. That's what we are going to do. We are going to take the Oued Road, the Frévalent Road, and if you want to go to Oued, you've got to drive over there to the end of this road over there, and then turn left. All right. Got. All right. You've got to take that road on the right that goes up. I can't pick up people while I'm filming videos, and those people are certainly going to Oued, which means that I can't really pick them up anyways, because I'm not going all the way to Oued. There is a stop sign here, therefore I've got to completely stop my vehicle. Now go ahead, merge onto this road slowly, and now just look at how beautiful this road is. And this is the Frévalent connecting road, which connects Oued to Chevalier, to the Chevalier area, and National Highway 5. Now if you want to go to Oued, you can take this road here too on the right. It's very hilly. I have already filmed it in another video, I think. It's very hilly. But today we are going to take a different route. We are going to drive through the Oued Koriche neighborhood, also known as Fontaine Fraîche, fresh fountain. All right, so there is an SUV tailgating me. I don't like it when there is a vehicle that's tailgating me, because it's risky, you know. I always make sure to keep a safe distance between me and the car or the vehicle ahead of me. I'm waiting for that SUV to overtake me. It's a Lada SUV. It's a Lada Niva SUV. It's a Russian SUV. But I think that now I'm approaching the intersection where I'm going to turn right. Yes. It's down there. I'm going to turn right and leave this road. Now, if you want to go to Oued, you drive straight on down this road. But we are taking this road here to drive through the Oued Koriche neighborhood, and now there is a beautiful view here. If you are walking on foot, you can see the sea and you can see Bouzareah, the mountain of Bouzareah. In fact, the mountain on the left is known as Jbel Koukou, or the Koukou Mountain. When I was a kid, I had relatives here in this area, and I truly loved it when a cab took us through this road here. Very few cabs did it, very few cab drivers did it, but you know, I really enjoyed it when cab drivers drove us through this road. You can see the very small cable cars. There is a cableway that links Triolé to Bouzareah, and you can see the very small cable cars over there traveling mid-air over there by the mountain. It's such a beautiful thing. Someday I'm going to film a video of me taking the cable car in order to go from Triolé in Oued to Bouzareah. It's going to be an interesting trip, I'm sure. And in fact, Algiers, because it's a city that's located in a hilly area, needs more cableway lines. Needs more cableway lines. And now, if you take the left, you will go to Oued, the central part of Oued. We are going to take the right because we are going to Central Algiers. We are going to finish our trip on Didouche Mourad. And this area here, I think, is known as the Perez apartment complex. And now we are driving towards Fontaine Fraîche, the fresh fountain. This area, the soil in this area is so rich in water. And in the past, when I was a kid, there were water sources here. In fact, Fontaine Fraîche literally means fresh fountain, or fresh source, or fresh water source. And the apartment complex here on the right, in fact, it's small houses. It's composed of small houses. Is known as Fontaine Fraîche as well. There were similar houses on the left side of this neighborhood, but now they were demolished. They were demolished in 2015, I think, and now they have made this area beautiful with all these green spaces, like this roundabout here. All right. They have developed this area. They widened this road. They made it an expressway with two carriageways, one on the right and one on the left. The area on my right is known as Scala. And Scala is located between Fontaine Fraîche, or Oued Koriche, and El Biar. There is a stairway here that leads to Tagarin, an area known as Tagarin here in Algiers. So now we are going to drive as far as the Bebjdid roundabout. Alright guys, so this is the Bebjdid roundabout. The Aurasi Hotel is on my right, Tagarin is on my right, and El Biar too. And Fontaine Street is straight ahead, and we are plunging onto it. So the gate to the Aurasi Hotel is on the right. If you want to go to the Aurasi Hotel, one of the most beautiful hotels, it's a 5-star hotel, I think, and it's one of the most beautiful hotels here in Algiers. It has a view on the sea, but be careful here on this road, the Fontaine Street. as it's wide but also hilly, you know. It's a slope. It's a sloping street. The Oued Koriche Stadium is on the left. I hope that they finished repairing it. They finished renovating it. There is a lot of activity here in this area. Now, in order to go to Didouche Mourad, I am going to drive through the Carmel Boulevard. This is Telemly. This is where Telemly begins. One of the most beautiful neighborhoods of Algiers. This mosque here is the main mosque of Telemly. It used to be a church. And there is a school for the deaf and mute here, right in front of us. There is a small balcony here, the Maziri Rashid Ali Maziri balcony or square. It only took us some 45 minutes to drive from Ain Benian to Telemly. Quite impressive. Was it not that traffic jam that held us in the central part of Bouzareah? The trip would have lasted less than that. And now I'm going to drive as far as the Aero Habitat or the Aero Habitat building in order to go to Didouche Mourad. Telemly, this is the name of this beautiful neighborhood. Beautiful pine trees here on the left. Zainab al-Masakin High School here on the left. Beautiful building on the left. There is a hotel on the right. Even though I live here in Algiers, I'm also planning to stay a few nights at the local hotels. You know, it's worth. I mean, they are worth discovering. It's like a mini honeymoon with my wife, and in fact, they are worth discovering. I'm curious about them. There is a very beautiful garden here on the right. It's the Beirut Garden. There are these beautiful buildings here. They are colonial buildings, and they still look so modern. There are people crossing the road on the zebra crossing. You've got to be careful here, okay? You need to give them the right of way. And now this is the Aero Habitat building, built I think in the 1940s or 50s. And it's made up of studio apartments. And we're still on the Carmel Boulevard. There is always traffic here, even on a weekend day. The Sfinja Road is on the right, and it will lead you to Albier. I have already filmed many videos about that road. And now, yes, we are going to drive across this road. Thank you, and sorry. We are going to drive across the Carmel Boulevard in order to enter this street here. I think that it's the Mustafa and Wali Street. I'm not sure. There are so many streets here in Algiers that it becomes almost impossible to remember them all. But in fact, Algiers is not as complicated as London. All right, Boulevard Mohammed V. Yes. So this is the only section of Boulevard Mohammed V where traffic goes both ways, in both directions. And now we have just left it and entered Mustafa Louali Street. There is a cinema here known as Cinema Al-Khiyam, or the cinema of the tents, or the tents movie theater. Now just look at this. This road will lead you straight towards Didouche Mourad Street, our destination, our final destination. This area of Algiers is known as Sacre Coeur. It's still a part of Telemly, and it's part of Central Algiers, Algiers Centre. Central Algiers is a municipality, one of the municipalities composing the central part of Algiers, composing downtown Algiers. This is where I was born. I was born in a clinic here on the block on the left, known as the Debussy Clinic. It's now it's a surgical clinic. And now, what to do? I think that we can't turn left. We can't drive straight on. So this is why we are going to turn right. And now turn left again. Streets are very narrow here. I mean, some streets are very narrow. Yet I love this place. This is where I was born. I was raised here in Central Algiers. So you can never hate the place where you were born and raised. Now this is Didouche Mourad. We're entering Didouche Mourad Street, which is one of the main commercial streets, and it's named after Didouche Mourad, one of the martyrs of the Algerian Revolution, of the Algerian independence war that was fought between 1954 and 1962, which ended with the independence of Algeria. And it's okay, today it's the Eid festival, therefore almost all stores are closed, but it's a very commercial area where there are lots of clothing stores, shoe stores, and restaurants and tea parlors, all those things that you usually find in a city center. Alright guys, so I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And also I've noticed that only a third of my viewers are subscribed to my channel. That's why I would love to invite the rest of you, the two remaining thirds, to subscribe as well, because this will help us.
And don't forget to press the notifications button to not miss out our next videos, and drop a comment for any suggestions for our future videos.
Yes, thank you very much, and drive safely, visit Algiers, and goodbye.